And my name is Robert Bordner, co-owner of Slidewaters Waterpark and Lakeside Surf in Chelan, Washington. I think the first piece that really pulled us over was the all-encompassing nature of High Trek. So we have food and beverage, we have retail, we have memberships, we have sessions, we need waivers, we have general admission tickets. So a platform that could do all of it in one spot really, just in the efficiency of that enables you to put your time and energy elsewhere to natural growth. From the High Trek team aside, just the ability to have a team that's helping me do all those things frees us up to go do other things. As far as specific things that High Trek did that enabled growth, the one that always comes to the top of mind for me is our cabana rentals and our pavilion rentals. Before the partnership friendship with High Trek, we were taking reservations through emails and just making notes on a first come, first served basis with no revenue associated with our 3 pavilions. We started renting those out to school groups and made a little bit of money, and then we added cabanas, and now we have over 25 rentable spaces, clearing hundreds of thousands of dollars every summer in renting these spaces out, that if the seed hadn't been planted and the capabilities of the system to book those and to reserve those and take deposits and rent them on the website without really much effort, we probably would have not have dived into that type of on-site revenue stream that High Trek facilitates and executes for us. For us, interacting with the High Trek team is, it's a direct communication, right? Like I don't sit and wait for feedback or return calls or return messages. Very, very heard in feature requests and problem solvings. A high level of an understanding of the difference between a bug that they know I need fixed overnight versus something like, yeah, we'll get on that with an appropriate timeline. Like, that's huge for a business owner to be able to have that kind of direct connection with the support team and to feel heard, because we have plenty of other relationships where people, it's like you end up in the queue. They're like, well, we see that's a bug, but we don't know when we can get to it. So having a team that understands that a bug is a big problem and is fixed overnight is huge in the comfort that we have and confidence we have in the system. One of the truly unique connections that we have with the High Trek team is not only that they are owner operators themselves of their own business, so they're in the nitty gritty. They understand the importance and of attention to detail and how small business operates and functions and the demand that's on an owner, right? The pressure and the load that comes from that. So we have a team that's sympathetic to the load that we're carrying. But the other unique thing is that they're deploying this system within other similar industry related operations that we are. So they are owners of other things. So they have a perspective to how to engage a customer from a adventure standpoint and a hospitality standpoint, and how the system can support and engage that as well. So we're always getting feedback that is not just about a POS system or a platform that does all these things, but also just naturally getting that feedback of like, hey, we've tried this over here in these type of businesses, because the book of business that they have is so relatable to what we do. It's not like they're servicing, a retail shop in an outlet mall in the middle of Carlsbad, California, right? They're servicing other amusement-based businesses that are doing things similar to me, and they can tell me what those businesses are doing that are successful to grow their business, solve soft spots, and improve efficiencies. And they can bring that to me just through natural interactions when I ask questions about what I need from the system or what we would like to see. Yeah, so our customer base, so if we start with just the water park, we have our customer visitors there. So in November, right around Black Friday, we start our Christmas sales and we set up discounts with High Trek, and we can sell our season passes. So, at Christmas time, obviously we have people that are buying gifts for other people, so we can use High Trek's voucher program where they can buy and give the voucher away to use. But some families are buying it for themselves, so they just buy directly the season pass. So a lot of season pass sales at Christmas. And then we also start selling our cabanas at Christmas time. This is when we open up that calendar and we can control how many cabanas we can sell through High Trek, and people want to get those so that they have a spot when they come in the summer. Yeah, and then we also, this is when we launch our surf memberships. So we have a certain number of surf memberships that we use, and we utilize that as well. We can set a period of time where those that are renewing their membership can get their discount during a certain period, and then it automatically rolls over to full price for everybody after the renewal period's over. The thing about is our spring discounts. Okay, yeah. So starting March 1st, we start our deep discount program, and we use High Trek for that. And we use it a few years ago. We just dropped Groupon, who was taking, like, they wanted a half discount and then half of the half. And we're like, we can get rid of that. We can just promote ourselves with High Trek and move sales. So we have a certain amount of tickets that starting March 1st are on sale at 40% off. And then when we sell out of those, we move down to 30%, then down to 25%. And then eventually we hold 10% until opening day. And then on opening day, it's full price for everybody. The majority of customer interaction starts shifting early May, and we open Memorial Day weekend. So the Saturday before Memorial Day is opening weekend. And as we start moving into May, we have people that are less like looking all the way forward to the summer and when they're coming, or those people that are looking for our best deals, which happen at Christmas and in March and April. So now we're looking for people like they're coming soon, or they need to set up their season passes and all those things. So we start sending them emails about how to set up their season pass using the self-managed tool that High Trek offers, so they can take their pictures, get them assigned to the people that they want assigned, so that when they come, they have their QR code and they can walk right in. For many of the years before High Trek, like the opening weekend was just chaos because we were manually making season passes or then we had to set them up ourselves, take their pictures, assign their RFID and all these things. And now we're at a point where the customer can do it all on their own and show up and walk right in, and they're good to go for the summer. So a lot of that happens in May. We're trying to educate them, get them to take the steps that'll make it easier for our staff as well as better for them if they utilize what the system can do for them. So the discount program in High Trek has the capabilities to give discounts based on if you have a membership assigned to your account. So right away, we can just tell everybody, hey, if you have a season pass and it's assigned, then when you go to food and beverage, it's going to give you a 10% discount. If you have a season pass and you go shop on a retail shop, it's going to give you the discount that you need. So those type of things are all built in so that then we can try to upsell and talk people into those things, because we can do automatic discounting through the system. We utilize the account credit. People can basically put money on their kid's account or on their own, and then with their RFIDs, they can load their account anywhere around the park and start spending that money. So it makes it seamless to where for the parent, they can just send the kid in, know that they have their spending money that's secured in the system, and they don't have to walk around with cash, get it wet, shove it in their toes of their shoes, or rent a locker, all the things. They just know that the money's secured and on the account and ready for them. Yeah, we can search by name, the QR code, all the things, anything that can pull up the account. So last name, first name, email, phone number, all these things are searchable within the system to pull up the account. Yeah, and then there's the photo tied to it, so we know who's who and the right person spending the right money. So, and it's a real good system, and it's just sitting in there, and it rolls over. It's always there. Plenty of kids love finding out, hey, you still have $5 left that you haven't spent yet, and they're like, oh, awesome. Yeah, I mean, I was just talking to someone 5 minutes ago. They're coming next week with their school group, and this is a senior group out of Wenatchee, and they are eating a lunch. They are coming to Slidewaters. They have a private space that they're going to be in, and they're surfing. And we were able to put all of that together into the lead tool with the organizer of the group back in like February or March. And then it just manages that. We can put the discounts in there. We can put custom prices. We can put everything that they want to do into one thing, and then we can send that off to them. And it also ties all their waivers. So all these kids that are going to want to surf, they can send their link out and say, hey, fill out the waiver, and then it's tied to the group, which makes it easier for the surf coaches to check them into that session. And it's all controlled within there. And then this morning, she was giving me more accurate numbers than she had back in February, So I was like, well, let me just adjust. So I moved it from 200 to 250. And here's the new total that you'll owe if 250 people come next week. And I sent it off to her so that she could see that. So she can either pay when she gets here, she can pay before she gets here, and it's all controlled within the system.
And you can reconcile, on day of, you reconcile the town?
Yeah, so what I told her in this situation with the group, I was like, it's best, like, we don't need your money ahead of time because some kid's going to wake up sick. Let's just settle this when you get here. You tell me, we'll count them as they come in, and then we'll get a final payment. But on our side, we're secure because she's already paid whatever percentage of a discount we chose. We can send that out and say, hey, you need to secure your reservation, especially when there's something like limited capacity in the surf. Like, you have to pay your deposit by this date, which we set in the lead tool, or that reservation is going to go away, and then the public's going to be able to book those sessions and we won't be able to get it back. So we set that in there. They paid their deposit. It secured the reservations. And now it's just fine tuning to the final day. So if 248 people come, then we just adjust it down and charge them for that. Food and beverage at Slidewaters and Lakeside Surf. We have 3 different places you can eat right now. And down here, there's 2 of those. So a grill, a taco truck, and the surf bar. So 3 kind of unique different setups. But the flexibility within High Trek to be able to customize at each location the buttons that show up for ease of ordering is ideal for us because we can just set the order that we want. The kids can see it color coordinated and understand and quickly make transactions, whether right from the screen that's in front of them. And then you go to a place like the taco truck where customer and frontline employee are ordering at a counter, and then inside the truck is where the food's being prepared and made. But with High Trek, we're able to send a receipt in there that's specialized for the cook to pull and build the order off what comes on the receipt. And there's no communication needed between the customer that took the order, or the employee that took the order, and the cook that needs to make it. Whereas down here, there's a lot of interaction. They have support. It's much faster pace. We almost don't even have time for tickets. They're just building it right off the screen with support, and the cook sees it, and it's a come and go, and they're grabbing it. So the system enables us to do both of those things depending on the type of food and beverage program that we would have. For us, for High Trek, one of the things that I like, and my managers know, but we probably don't pass all the way down to the team member that's doing things, is like every single SKU is sellable at anywhere we set up a register. So theoretically, you could go to the entrance and they could search one of the names of our beer and sell it. I'm not sure they know that, but I do. But what it does is it enables us to have that flexibility. So you're not locked into, it's like, well, over here, I can't do anything about these things over there. Manager can step in and execute and streamline something. But we have the ability to set it up to where this looks like it's just a spot where you can sell the sweets. So it creates an ease of flow, because the kitchen down there does basically share a sweet shop where we're selling soft serve, smoothies, funnel cake, and all the treats. And then we have the grill where we're moving our food, our meals, and they're separate, but they're in the same space. So we have the capabilities to organize it, what helps us be efficient, but also if we need to move outside of that, the system allows for that flexibility. Anybody that manages retail, within High Trek right now, we have over 4,800 SKUs. And I don't know, like 70–80% of those are retail SKUs. So it's just a massive beast. Year over year, you're getting new items. So having a system that can handle importing those things, managing those, organizing them in groups, assigning UPCs, printing labels for them, all these things just to be able to sell a t-shirt and a new t-shirt the next year is crucial to having a profitable retail space, right? Like, we have a system that supports us in doing retail well, with reporting and inventory and UPCs. I mean, we can print custom labels that have our logo on it and say the price and any information I want to put on there to help the customer decide to buy. And so it's really crucial for that. Items that show up that have their own UPC on it, so we can upload those. We have the custom ones that we print that have our logo on it, and we've assigned the UPC. But either way, when we have a scanner and a UPC, it brings the entry level for what we need for the employee to execute way down, right? Like scan the code, sell that item, as opposed to having search or trying to you have to bulk in. When we got here, it was like we sell this is a $25 t-shirt, so sell it on this SKU. And you have to do manual counts to know how a t-shirt did. Now we can set any price that we want, and we can upload a SKU for every single t-shirt so we know how that specific t-shirt did compared to just, well, it was grouped in the $25 t-shirt item, because that was easy. Like, kid couldn't mess that up. And it's the same now. They just need to scan the code, sell that t-shirt. The customization of reports and the detailing of the reports that's built in there is fantastic. I can pull the information that I need. The ability to request a specific, whether it's a dashboard or widgets on mine that I want to see and that I want my employees to see that are pertinent to them, whether it's my food and beverage manager that needs to see how sales are going throughout the day, or whether it's my surf manager that needs to know what bookings look like, or my business partner and I who want to see, what's cash flow look like for the day, for the week, for the month. All this stuff's customizable, and that's fantastic. Being able to set up employee accounts to where they can log in and we can track who's selling what by employee, and there's not generic logins, but each employee, and then they have permission levels for what they get to do. All those things enable us to deploy the system in more robust ways that help us run a more efficient and profitable business.